welcome back to the channel. I've been away a little bit just due to not having a working camera, and I wanted to come back with a camera a little bit better quality just to improve the channel a bit. So I'm going to start off with just a quick little look at and rundown today on the Nova Vista M4 M177 multi-stroke pneumatic 177 Air Rifle. Right, so I'll give you a little bit on the build first before we go into anything else. So it does say on the box polymer, but it is touching a little bit cheapy plastic, you know, feel to it. But we'll get back to that later, why that doesn't really bother me now. But still, it has lived up to a lot of knocks. I've been using this one as a fun gun, a garden gun, and down the hallway in the house for the past 2-3 years really. And this came from a local gun shop. Well, it was a fishing shop that had a gun room. They were stopping selling guns, so everything in the gun room was half price. So this should have been 120, but we picked this up for 60, and I'm glad I did now, and we'll get more into that as well later. So, you know, ABS so-called polymer build it's supposed to be, and the AR platform with quite a lot of space, Picatinny rail underneath as well, and on the other side, so you've got lots of mounting options, you know, lasers, torches, whatever you want to put on, and a little peep sight at the rear. And you can, I don't think you'll be able to see, but you can turn the lever and it just flips the little sight round, so you can have it smaller or larger hole to look through. And you know, you all know, then that will be lined up with the front sight. But also, like I was saying, Picatinny rail, so you've got the options to mount an aftermarket optic on. And I think this does deserve it. But again, more on that later. Right, so also we have adjustable stock. The safety is underneath, and to disengage it, there's like a little forward trigger there. You push that in and it'll go forward like so, and then the gun just ready, and then underneath you just slide it back. And we'll get onto the charging now. So, oh, before I forget, this does have a rifle barrel, 177 rifle barrel as well, before I forget that. Right, onto the charging. So what you would do is you have to pull the charging handle back before this will actually fill with air. So charging handle back, and that will expose the single shot tray, or the breech, whatever you want to call it. And then that, you obviously put your pellets in, or this being dual ammo as well, 177 pellet and 4.5mm BB. So you can put the single shot pellets in there, and you can also put single shot BB in there, but we'll get more to that later. So that would be out, you pull the charging handle back, and then this can be pumped 4 to 12 times depending on power, what type of power you want to put into it. That's why it makes such a good gun for in the house, you know, a fun gun in the garden, because it's basically adjustable power, and it's very quiet being a pneumatic gun. Very accurate as well, being that it's got no recoil, and being that it's got a fixed barrel, rifle barrel. And I can actually do 5p size groupings with this at about 10 to 12 yards, which isn't that bad really for a fun gun that some people would, you know, look at as a toy. But if you can get past the plasticky looks and feel to it, this is a really good gun, and it's actually one of my favourites in the collection. And being adjustable power, again, it's perfect for me, being able to just shoot it down my 20-foot hallway in the house, or extend the range in the garden. But yeah, back to charging. And then you would just pump 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 12 if you wanted. And on the box it does say this is putting out, I think, 700 foot per second. But when I've chronoed it about a year ago, it was putting out, I believe it was 6.6 foot per pound with 10 pumps to 12 pumps, I believe. I may have to do that again though at some point. And then after it's charged, you just put your pellet in, 177, or your BB in. You would just push the charging handle forward to close the breech, and the probe will also push the pellet into the barrel. And then safety off. And this ain't got anything in it, but you know, being pneumatic, I will. And then that will be clear. That will be how you load the gun. But also, as I was saying, with the BBs, this takes BBs as well. You can put them in the single shot tray, or it does have a reservoir on, like kind of like a Red Rider, I believe. Is it a Daisy? I believe they may have the reservoirs on as well. So you would just flip that open, and if I remember rightly, it takes up to, well, the booklet says 75 BBs, but I'm sure I've had about 120 in this, and it was still alright. So you'd fill your BBs in there, as many as you wanted, or as little as you wanted really, and just close that up again. I can do it, yep. But just be aware, this will be really rattly with all them BBs in. But if you can look past that, it's a good fun gun. And then all you would do then, once you've filled the reservoir with your BBs, you pull the charging handle back again. And then there's a little hole. And if you can see that little hole, and the probe, if I can get it, I don't know if you can make out the little tip. The end of the probe is magnetic. So what you would do is, you tip the rifle back, and you tip it to the side, and one BB should be magnified to the end of the probe, and then you would just push that in to the breech of the barrel, and then that would be ready to go. So being able to do that is a lot of fun, and this is a gun that, you know, I can shoot for long periods of time. Once you do get used to charging it, it's not that bad really. It can be a bit tedious at first, but I've got to say, this is quite addictive, and I've seen other reviews as well on YouTube saying that this gun is an addictive gun to shoot. It's a really nice gun, and like I said, if you can look past the plasticky look and feel, it's a really nice fun gun. And you know, some people would get it confused, but at the end of the day, it's a 177 Air Rifle. And yeah, I'm glad I bought this. It's great for my collection. At some point I will be putting some accessories on, and being that it can do 5p groups at 10, you know, 10 yard, 8 yard, 10 yard, 12 yard, I would like to put, you know, more precision, more precise optic on it at some point. I think it deserves it really. I really like this. Now, I don't know if I've missed anything. I probably have, but I'll try and keep this as short as possible. And also, this was just another video just to test my new camera and just see what the quality's like. So this is like the indoor test, and I'm planning to put a few more rifle reviews on the channel now, because up until now it has been mainly air pistols, but I'm trying to, you know, expand the channel a little bit and up the quality. Hence the kitchen review today with a West Virginia flag in the background instead of cupboards and pans. Yeah, so that's about it. Hope you've enjoyed the channel, hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and I'll try and keep up to date with putting videos on now instead of leaving you waiting a month. Have a good day, thanks for watching.